Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to what English people think about America. Now this should be fun. A few months ago, I reacted to what American people think about English people, and the video was mostly positive. People were like complimentary of the accent, the way of life, the NHS, stuff like that. They spoke quite well of us, and I'm hoping that it's going to be equally positive from our side. You know, there's a lot of things that English people love about America. You know, we love the movies, we love the TV shows, the music, you know, the food, the sport. So there's a lot to like. So this video should be fun to watch. So let's do it.
James here, and today I'm in London. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to find out what English people think of America.
Why does he have like a buckwheat in his mouth?
/ Americans. So let's find
thrice.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, family holiday.
Right, okay.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, I've been to Florida.
Yes.
I've been to America before, yep.
Yeah, I think not most, I think a lot of people, America's like a popular tourist destination, especially Florida for like Disney World.
I went to Florida when I was about 16, did all the theme park stuff, absolutely loved it.
Yes, I have. Chicago. Never. Really want to. Never been. Yeah, I've been to New York City.
No.
Just a lot of takeaway food.
I think growing up I always thought America was a very similar place to the UK. Clearly that was very different.
That's fair, yep.
For me, I always see like America is almost like the bigger version of England. Like you do things bigger than us. You obviously have the Super Bowl, the halftime show. All of it's like huge. A lot of like musical inspiration and sort of style always starts in America usually, and then comes over to us. I know.
What's this guy doing in the background?
We got our little bits going on as well in London.
We got the sauce. South London represent.
Yeah, no, we really love America. It does feel as if you're walking around on a movie set the whole time. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Like we went on family holidays to Florida, and I got adopted by so many American couples. I wandered off on my own. It was amazing.
It's like I see America as really divided. So like parts of it, like the coasts, I would definitely go to and would love to go to. But yeah, like middle America, like not really.
I went quite a bit of time ago, like 5 years. So it was
The thing is though, like she's never been, so all she knows is based on what she's seen in the media, which isn't always accurate.
kind of good, but like at the moment, all I know is Donald Trump, I'm not gonna lie. So that's not, I don't like that.
Okay.
The food portions were enormous.
That's
Ate
true.
a lot for breakfast, and like always, so we were always like amazed at how much food there was available for everyone to eat. The biggest impression was the healthcare thing.
You're blessed as a country that you've got so many different cultures, so many different types of people, so many different races and backgrounds come into like a big melting pot, and that's what we share as country. So I think patriotic is the big thing though for me though. I think it's like a thing where like you actually have like a kind of a connection with your flag and your country that like not many countries actually do.
Absolutely. Like, is it true that in America you pledge allegiance to the flag every single day, like every morning? Like, we don't do that here. It's kind of interesting.
I think parts of it are cool. I quite like Florida, New York, the idea of the West Coast, but I think there's parts of America which I just do not agree with. The Deep South, that sort of places, the Trump territory, I think it's absolutely crazy out there.
It was so cool when I went. There was a jazz festival going on. I'm really into music, so that was amazing. Lots of incredibly large portions of pizza, which was really cool. So yeah, no, I really loved it.
I imagined it being this like amazing buzzing place, kind of full of energy and a real like love of life somehow, a bit more than maybe we have here. And yeah, big portions comes into it, big portions of food. As America on a whole, I don't know, it's hard to judge. I think it's very varied.
For me, I have to see it for myself. I can't really say. I've just heard too many mixed reviews, so I got to find out when I get there.
I will say, like, I've been to America 3 times, right? So Florida twice, Maryland once to visit family, and each time I've had a great time. You know, it was just the food, the theme parks and stuff. But then again, I was in the quite touristy part, so maybe I need to go and see maybe rural America to maybe just get a wider impression of the place.
The accent is louder than like us English people. We're known to be quite quiet when we talk, whereas Americans are usually pronounce over you. So yeah, just like the big, very confident, I would say.
Well, it's
slightly disappointed since Trump, but saying that we can't really talk with Brexit, so...
I think the interesting bit for me is that they kind of think America's the centre of the universe.
That's fair.
So there's not a lot of understanding of what happens in the rest of the world.
I think I'm the most so happy and so willing to talk.
I've got a question for you guys. Do you guys follow international politics and things like that? Like, are you guys aware of, you know, everything going on in Russia and Ukraine right now, or do you mainly focus on domestic, like American news? Let me know.
To everyone, no one on the tube talks to each other. It's not a thing. So many Americans start up conversations on the tube. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool as well.
They seem really bubbly and nice, to be honest. Like, yeah, they seem really comfortable, like outgoing and stuff.
I think they're open, like to like change and like sexuality, things like that. But it's just like the other small, side that are just full of hate and stuff.
I'd say the first word is loud, as a sort of like, general description. Very friendly, like charming, and want to know about you and get involved, where sometimes some people would other places would step back. So they don't step back from putting themselves out there, I feel. Having certain expectations based on their lifestyle of other cultures or countries.
I think they're very, very friendly. They can be overbearing sometimes.
I think of the word awesome. I hear also a lot of my American colleagues say awesome a lot. So awesome. Yes, exactly. Very enthusiastic and like very positive in a way that I think English people are not.
Yeah, I like that, to be honest. I like the positivity because, you know, being around people that are kind of draining and negative a lot of the time, it kind of affects me. So yeah, I prefer to be around positive people.
Yeah, she's nailed it. Enthusiastic and loud, maybe slightly. I think, but in a positive way.
Yeah, a lot of them are quite loud. Speak their mind, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of them eat too much.
I mean, they're pretty loud. Wherever you go, you know, you can hear them a mile away. It's not to say that they're bad people. I guess it's just different culture, different way of doing stuff. If they live here for a while, you'll understand that, you know, there's a few do's and don'ts, but otherwise they're fine. They're not hurting anyone.
I think Americans are very positive, and I think often we lack that here. So positivity, sometimes too much.
Music, and food.
Yeah, the music that comes out of America.
Yeah, music as well. Yeah. It's good at being American.
Okay.
So, like, it's good at having its national identity. Maybe it's not something that's felt across the whole... You know, if you go into the country, that people have different ideas of what it means to be American or not and all that kind of thing. So I'm just speaking from an outsider perspective.
I go forward thinking. I think as a country, you've got things which a lot of other countries would love to have, and you're blessed with that. I think when you go over there, you do things in a way bigger and better than everyone else. I think you go over there and you think, oh, it's quite grandiose. It's got lots of things about it. And that's kind of the thing I really like it. And I think as well, it's quite nice to actually share similarities with a country, and I think when you go to America you really do feel like it's not a massive change, or it's not a massive leap.
Yeah, absolutely. I really agree with this guy. Like, I can go to America, and even though I'm in a different country, you know, thousands of miles away from England, I don't feel like an alien. Do you know what I mean? I can still get around. I can communicate with everybody because English is spoken there. You know, fairly similar cultures. Yeah.
Comforting, I guess, for British people when you go over, because it doesn't feel too different.
Yeah.
The diversity.
I love the culture, the positivity, the food, the beautiful like landscape.
I think I love how much variety there is in one place. Like, I think they say something about how many people don't have a passport in America because you don't need to come out because you can see so much within. So I think I love that, to have so much variety on your doorstep.
It's usually like the first place to have stuff. So like all the new foods or like technology, blah blah blah, like America has it. And then we're like, when's it going to come to the UK?
I think choice and variety. So when it comes to people, maybe even, you know, places you can go or things you can eat, it just seems like there's absolutely everything there. I mean, we have tons and tons of stuff here, but it's not mostly readily available everywhere.
Yeah, fully agree. It's because obviously, you know, all of the big companies, Apple and stuff, they're American based. So they're going to release the new stuff there. We get it like, I don't know, a couple of weeks later, a few months.
Trump.
The corruption is it's so good in America. I think it's better than England because they get everyone to stay hush hush, earn a certain amount of money, and not be as successful.
Guns.
I'm afraid I've got to say Trump. How on earth they could vote for Trump?
Probably how mixed religion is into your politics. So many arguments for and against things. They'd be like, oh, why are you against this? Oh, because it's against my religion, so therefore we should outlaw it.
Right.
I have a real problem with that.
Okay, yeah, actually, you know, I don't like police, like your police America, like, wow, like that is crazy.
So I feel like people subscribe to franchises way too much in America. I feel like it's really franchised. Like, I feel like everything's just like a walking brand. Like, it just doesn't feel as, I feel like at least with London, like you get a lot more personality from it. And do you know what I mean? Yeah. Use of like tons of cars or something, and like emitting, you know, a lot of emissions. But the thing is, I feel like, I don't know if I feel America is definitely like a big producer of all that stuff, but it's just so like everyone uses cars, and I don't know, it just feels like it's an easy thing to say.
It's kind of the.
Do you guys wish that there was more public transport in America, or are you happy, you know, using cars to get everywhere? I know that there are some states that have really good public transport, like I think New York has a really good subway system, but do you wish that every state had it? Because it would mean that you wouldn't have to drive everywhere.
The kind of people who are, in our eyes, probably like bigots. Like I think for me, the big thing is like everyone needs to be inclusive in the world. I come from London. I'm from a city where there's so many different people that you can talk to, and every single day you experience a different culture, a different way of life, and that's what makes this country great. And there's certain people in America, when you watch them on TV, that you just listen to, and you're like, you're slightly backward in your thinking, and it shouldn't be that way.
I think it's the feeling that they think they're the best in the world. That's the one thing.
Am I allowed to say Trump?
Absolutely.
Trump.
Okay, yep, that's fair.
And not so much him, but like what he represents, which is kind of quite an insular, or it seems to me anyway, a kind of insular mentality, which doesn't sort of encourage that idea of liberation and inclusivity, which I think to me is what America stands for. So yeah, I find that really a weird break in America, I suppose.
I think it's sort of the nationalism is wonderful in so many ways, but sometimes, like you say, a bit insular, and the sort of the American pride is wonderful in so many ways, but slightly
have a darker side.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what I don't like coming as an outsider into it.
Donald Trump.
How popular?
Portion sizes.
Portion size, make them smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I suppose it's just all the things you hear about. You know, all of the problems that are going on with the country and the people who are running it.
Here we go.
Okay, hey man, my name's Dan, and I live on a farm. I'd like to say that my accent's alright, but that's just...
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
That's what English people say.
I don't believe it, man. I just can't believe it. The whole gang's gone. Louis, Snake Eyes, Ritzy, Angelo.
Hello, how's it going? I had the most amazing time in Cali. We were on Venice Beach. It was so gorgeous.
That's actually really good.
So I was walking down the street and...
my name is Greta.
It's what I can do, like...
Oh my god, I cannot believe you dropped the baby again.
Hey y'all, my name's James. Go get a hamburger and fries.
There we go. I want to get a cup of coffee in Boston.
Say it every once in a
Want me
while.
to say? I don't know, like my best American accent. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Perfect. That's good.
I want hamburgers and fries.
That's good. Hey, my name is Danny. I love burgers. And I'm obese. No, I'm sorry, that's really...
That's all right, Danny. Appreciate you doing this, man. All right, so in conclusion, that is what the English think of the Americans. It's been a long day, a long trip. So, having said all that and met all those people, this video is finished. Good night.
Yeah, that was a fun video. It's always interesting to hear people's perspectives on America, although I will say that you know, unless you've been to a place, it's hard for you to have any real genuine sort of opinions, just because the information that you've based your opinion on is secondhand. It's not something you've experienced yourself. So yeah, no, fun video though. Really enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.